still see it there. If I get it just right, just above the main light there, there's that other light source. There, oh, there you go. There you go. There, that's a good one right there. Again, we have these thin clouds that are going behind. You explain that right there. Try to explain why we have two different supposedly planets. Again, which one could be an alternate light source. Definitely a clear shot right there. It's now 8:05 a.m. facing east-southeast, which means a tad south of east. And that's the sunrise on February 26, 2017 in central West Michigan. That's a good picture right there. Again, we're looking through a heavy welding glass, piece of welding glass. Look at that difference right there. It's not going away. That's a good one right there. Good picture. Look at that. Totally separate. Totally separate. Wow. We're going on 8:10 a.m. It's probably not, but it looks like that. The smaller light source on the top is actually bigger than it was a week ago, but it's probably not. I didn't take any official measurements or anything. It's a great picture right there. Look at the difference. Look at they're completely apart. It's not any kind of a lens flare or anything like that, because you've seen it go behind the clouds multiple times. It looks like we're headed into another minor cloud band. And you can see the top one's already starting to move behind that band. They're very thin clouds, so you might be able to see it right through it. So yeah, they're just a thin kind of just a lighter clouds. You can just see it over top of it. If you look close, you can just see it over top of the top light source, the streaks from the clouds. Nice picture there. Very nice picture. Explain that away. I don't know how you can. I don't understand why the media hasn't picked this up. I know it's government controlled and fear-monger controlled, but there's no question that that's a second light source there. You think they'd be all over this just to out of curiosity themselves. It's a really good picture. And it looks like as we go up, there's going to be very little clouds. There's one little group there it's going through now. But after it gets through that, it looks like it's going to be pretty clear. It's kind of a slightly hazy day today. And actually, maybe that's helping. Look at that picture. No question. And of course, that's not a lens flare. Look at I'm moving the camera. It's not moving with it. That is a great picture. Look at that. Move that camera around a little bit so you can see that that's not moving. It's not a camera lens flare or any other kind of orb that's caused by the camera. That bottom light source is the prominent one that's blinding you from seeing the other one for some reason. These will be the last clouds it goes through. And then the rest is all just a haze, it looks like. This cloud's a little heavier, so we might lose that for a couple minutes. As you can see, a lens flare doesn't go behind clouds, so it's very clear that it's something there. That top one's going to go completely behind the clouds, and then come out to the side. We're going to see if we can capture this. Again, February 26, 2017, facing east-southeast. This is Sunday morning, and I have the camera looking through a heavy piece of welding glass, which is a very dense black glass to help cover up the rays of the sun so you can actually look directly into it. If you look closely, you can see the second light source at the top just starting to peek the clouds. The main light source at the bottom is going to go behind that same band. That is a good picture there. You can't argue it, if you even want to argue it. I think everyone has to admit that there's two light sources up there. The question is, what are they? Which one's the sun, and what is the other one, if the other one is not the sun? The top one should be coming out shortly. Look at the distance between them. That's some good distance there. So that top one came out from behind the darker clouds that you can see the bottom one's going up into right now. And it went into some thinner clouds, and I can't see it at all right now. I'm hoping it's going to break that thinner clouds above it in a couple minutes here. Could be because otherwise it went up into those thin clouds and disappeared, but I don't believe that's the case. We should be able to see it shortly. Hopefully. can still just see the outline of the bottom light source. It's right in the middle of those clouds at the bottom of the center of the screen. The top light source should be visible shortly. If it's still there. The bottom light source is just clearing the big clouds now. There it is. Look way at the top. Just coming from behind those lighter clouds is that second light source. Just peek the clouds at the top. The bottom light source is very clear because it's brighter. And there they are. It's now 8:16, February 26, 2017, facing east-southeast, central mid-Michigan. And there's no doubt there's two light sources there. I haven't run this video later than this time, around 8:20 is usually when I stop. Just sick of filming it, but it's definitely there. I haven't looked at it throughout the day to see if you can find it, so I don't know how far it's going to follow it up. I'll move the camera around a little bit so you can see that's definitely a second light source. That way you know it's not lens flare. It's been going behind the clouds. We've been watching it. Undeniable. The question is, what's what up there? Very nice picture though. And it's really interesting that our media is so controlled that they can't put something like this out there. Everybody has a camera. News stations, media stations have top cameras, excellent cameras, that could probably completely take out the light of the bottom one to show you both of them. And yet, nobody's saying a word. What it is, why, and the word has to be out there. Again, we have a hazy day this morning. As you can see, all the clouds around the bottom light source. That top light source is definitely not as bright, so it gets a little more covered up, but still very clear. There's a second light source there. Right now, I'm moving the camera around to show you it's not a lens flare. It's staying right there on the top of the bottom bigger light source. A good picture of it right there. I'll be back in a few minutes, see if I can get another video, see really how high it goes. It's been 25 minutes watching this come up, and it looks like it's going to stay right there. I'll be back shortly.